Hello everyone, we are back with our 30-day vlog challenge started by photographer Tim King, and today I would like to talk about keyword list building. So keyword is pretty much the really important factor in working on your own SEO, and I suggest you start either an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Doc where you will have your keyword terms. The number one mistake I see other photographers doing, or I see my clients who sometimes want to work on SEO on their own and they end up hiring me, is that the keywords they have is really general, really high profile, which means it's really hard to get that word because everyone's going after the same word with paid advertising or even organic results, which is the non-paid results. Or they're using terms that normal day-to-day people don't use. For example, e-session or even engagement session or even portrait session, to be honest. Are clients really using the word session or are they using the words pictures or photos? Recently I found a really funny term to me is that there was a lot of search for this one client where they live for it was photos of engagement. It was pictures of engagement photos or photos of engagement pictures. I can't recall. So we got to think like our clients. So you could do a test and ask maybe 5 friends just randomly if they were going to search for a photographer or whatever kind of business you do, a planner, what would they search for? Also, number 2, it's going to depend regionally where you're located. So for example, if you're in New York, how do people discuss New York geographically? We talk about the city, Manhattan, Lower Manhattan, West Side. In New Jersey, we discuss a lot of South Jersey, North Jersey, Central Jersey. Is it by counties? Is it, like Atlanta? When people say Atlanta, that really means other surrounding towns. Or in Texas, right, where you have like these big towns, which really means a lot of different neighborhoods. So you have to look at where you live and how you think people geographically are looking, or even if they are using those words or not. So in order for you to create your keyword list, Google has an awesome tool, and it's called the keyword. It's actually under Google AdWords, but you don't have to pay for it. But if you go Google AdWords, a free keyword tool. So we click on keyword tool, and my internet went down. Hold on. There's a lot of obstacles in doing this challenge. 30 days of video blogging craziness, but I accept it, so bring it. So it's going to ask you if you want to find words based on word or phrase, if you want to look up someone's website or maybe even your own, or if you want to look up a category. Now the results for this, whatever you type in here, is basically Google saying like, here's what you might be ranking for. It doesn't mean like, here's what you've optimized your website for. Some people, they haven't done anything, but Google's matching their websites with the queries that the possible queries that are found here. I kind of believe Google really doesn't reveal it all under this free keyword tool because they really want you to pay for AdWords and stuff, but it's really a great tool because you start understanding a little bit of how Google works. So for example, biggest mistake everyone makes, what term do they usually use, is wedding, is the town. So let's say New York. New York City, wedding photographer. And they think that's the only term. Like, this is it. If I'm not ranking for this, I'm not being found in Google, this is a problem. It's not going to happen. No one's going to find me. It is really not true. There's so many alternate words out there that still have enough searches because that's what we're looking for. So if you look here where it says weddings, photographers, New York City, and this results here, it gave me 800 different keyword ideas. So what's important here is I could use this information to start creating my own list. But what I want is words or keywords that don't have high competition, which New York wedding photographer does, but still have enough local monthly search, okay? So here we'll show you the global, and here we'll show you the local, and you can read more up about it. And I'm not sure how local it really is, to be honest, but here it's going to give you a variation. So there's just the word photography or photographer. And this will change from singular to plural as well. Photographers in. So here, sorry, I clicked on sorting by local month searches. So let me click by. Let me start over again. Sorry, I just want regular. I don't want to click by that. But you could on, let's say if I'm looking by competition, all these are high profile And I'm really not going to mess with these. I might still include some of these, but I'm not going to be like, oh, I really have to rank for these. I really want to look for the low or the medium keywords that still have enough local search. So if you see here, Hudson, New York City has 12,100 local search. So if I serve that area, that is a keyword that I would include. And there's other things, kind of alternate things here. New York Magazine wedding, not that much local search. But photography blogs, lots of local search. But then you might be attracting photographers unless you sell something to photographers or offer services to photographers. And then things sometimes not related, New York wedding announcements, unless you're blogging about that and you've created a cool save the date, etc. Or if you offer a couple blog sites here. So fine art photography, New York has 260 local search. So I'm not even going to worry about that. Photography family has a very low and huge, so that's great. So here you could go through this by, just go through it and start making your own list and keep that list. And then later we're going to talk about in another video of what to do with that list. And where are we putting these keywords? How can we always grow this keyword? How can we always check? And I suggest about doing maybe this reporting twice a year, or you could do it more times too, but also depends if Google is coming out with changes. Anyway, so to sum it up, create a doc, call it your keyword tool list, look up the terms that you want to be ranked for, start compiling a list of alternate words for you to start with your SEO effort for your own blog and website. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I would love to hear any tips or feedback or questions you might have, and how has your own keyword list building been. Thank you.